chills.
You make me feel. Now slide your key in. Ooh, it gives me chills. And with your engine trapped between my thighs, it's a power rush, a burning rush. You make me wanna fly. Oh, in and out of this traffic jam, dangerous and without a plan. Fill me up, boy, and let me ride. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. Feel the wind blowing through my hair. So alive, boy, and I'm so scared. Never knew love could move so fast. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. Pour it on, boy. Take me to the night. And ain't no stopping. So what's the use in trying? Destination, baby, all I know is that you and me were meant to be. Never let me go. Out of this traffic jam, dangerous and without a plan. Fill me up, boy, and let me ride. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. It's crazy, it's going through my head. So alive, boy, and I'm so scared. Never knew love could move so fast. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. What's the use in trying? Crazy love. Give me chills. What's the use in trying? Crazy love. Give me chills. I never thought that love makes you crazy. I never thought that love makes you high. I only hope that love is forever. I only hope that love never dies. In and out of this traffic jam, dangerous and without a plan. Fill me up, boy, and let me ride. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. Feel the wind blowing through my hair. So alive, boy, and I'm so scared. Never knew love could move so fast. Never let me go. In and out of this traffic jam, dangerous and without a plan. Fill me up, boy, and let me ride. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. It's crazy, it's going through my hair. So alive, boy, and I'm so scared. Never knew love could move so fast. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. What's the use in trying? Crazy love. Give me chills. What's the use in trying? Crazy love. Give me chills. I like the way that you make me feel.
Yeah! What's up? I know. Good to be here. I missed you too. I missed you too. Wow. Okay. I know. That's it. Don't carry it away. Thank you everybody for being here. Welcome to Making Pax Stereo, the show where we get together and have our weekly meeting. It's a unique hybrid show. The first purpose of the show is that we have to have a meeting every week, Vic and I. We have constant work going on. And this is actually one of many meetings we have. But we decided, because we always have to get together and talk about some things on Sunday, to have this weekly meeting in front of you as part of the whole reality experience that is Pax Stereo. So you get to be with us backstage, the underbelly, the backstage path. You get to be part of that at this meeting. So this meeting, we got a bunch of things to talk about. I actually pick out stuff and save them for when I can show them to Vic. And I brought a bunch of stuff to show and tell today. It's going to be a crazy tech world and a little silly willy dilly with the drones, clones, and tones thing today. But I'm going to be giving you the report on what's coming up in the upcoming weeks and why. For those of you who don't know, Pax Stereo is undergoing transformation. One of the things that we're dealing with right now is the scheduling, because Vic and I have to decide how often and how long to do the upcoming broadcast as we start to bring in some other production methods, specifically the new shows. Got to make time for the new shows. Got to figure out how to budget the time that we use for some of the old shows, right, Vic? So what's your take on that whole issue?
You know me. I'm in this lane of you can't make everybody understand everything. You can't give away everything in advance. I always say we enact things first, but there's a lot of behind the scenes that we do. But you do want to share with the public the advancements and where you're going in the direction, because one thing we learned. It's one thing to implement something. It's another thing to sit back and promote it as an effective model of success that's been transferred over to either the consumer, the viewer, or the collaborator, or the partnership. Somewhere along the way, what we're doing is implementing one of those target fields. So when you actually say we're slowing down, it's not to sit back and say the shows that we are on are unsuccessful. It's that we found some successful models and initiatives that we can't wait to embrace. And it's actually more entertaining than it is the discipline of going, it's hard work. Let's get them to appreciate and understand us. I said they're going to understand the end product, and that's what we're trying to do.
In other words, a shift from the previous talk show-based shows. In other words, we're going to continue our talk shows, but it's an expansion into a different types of programming. Even if you guys have been watching, for example, Netflix and Amazon, everybody getting into producing their own original shows. So this is another example of Vic and I producing our own original shows and getting started on that behalf. So it's not an abandoning of the Pax Stereo, of the talk shows. For example, one of the things that Victor and I were talking about earlier was that the Morning Coffee Show, which is now recorded once a week on Monday nights at 8 p.m. We want to continue it, but we're going to really attempt to rein it into a show that's just under 1 hour. So we're going to be making a lot of efforts, and it's going to rebroadcast throughout the week along with this show. But we're going to really attempt to rein it in so that we can use some of that production time and organization for, first of all, evaluating our focus. We got to actually, believe it or not, you guys, what we were saying is we have to take some time off from the shows to actually talk about our direction and what we want to do. You have to sort of kick it. Vic and I have to talk about all the different things. We kind of make a list of all the things we're involved in, and then we decide what to prioritize. Now, in order to do that, we actually need to stop doing some other stuff so we can look at things for a minute. And that's where the issue's coming up on the schedule. We have to stop and look at all the new websites coming, how we're going to use our time, how we're going to use the new shows that involve the drones, the Nerf guns, our new on-campus flight arena for the drones, all these developments that we're doing. And so we have to make room for that focus. Everybody says, that's wild. I said, I know. It's only 7 days a week, you guys. And remember, with everything you're seeing at Pax Stereo, including the 24-hour broadcast machine and all the show development and all the show production, that's Vic and I. And here's the good news. We definitely are committed to keeping the Tuesday programming. For those of you who don't realize, Tuesday night is the night that we start at 7 p.m. with the DJ Miko Quiet Storm pre-show, which is 1 hour long, followed by the Quiet Storm, the interactive live DJ show. It's 2 hours. And then that's followed by the Victor photo experience, which is the latest hot phenomenon. Whereas Victor is really, right now, the main focus of the is our own beautiful, wonderful hot chocolate Miko Williams. And this is Victor's photo expressions of Miko. Now what's coming up special this Tuesday is we're going to have a special Victor photo experience that's going to involve our own hot chocolate Miko and some of her first interactions with our drone squad. Yes. So that's as much as I can tell you, right, Vic?
Well, yeah. And
so we're figuring it out, right?
Well, and the question is, too, they say, why? And, they said, have you gone out and ascertained the value of what you're doing based on what you're trying to accomplish? The interactivity, the technology, the broadcast, the reality, all of that. All that has played a part in this. But the integration of technology and what we do as a third-party aggregator is really prominent, and it doesn't resign you just doing the talk shows. Because at this point, we're supposed to be progressively bringing something new. And I realize this, the public is very greedy. When you stimulate them, they basically say, what's next? What's new? Well, why the drones? Why that? That really is
Because that's what's happening.
Yeah. See, that's what
Drones, clones, and tones, because that's what's happening.
Right.
And because we keep our edge, we keep our pulse right on the front edge. And so that's going to be part of the announcements today as I give you more announcements of where we're keeping up and going through the new experiences. But that's why. Mm-hmm. Because it's what's happening. They're inexpensive today. You're going to be faced with the prospect of buying a drone for someone you love as a Christmas gift this year. Right. Believe me. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how we're going to be using them safe and effective, but we're actually using them in some crazy ways because of the filmmaking opportunities that are coming up. Mm-hmm. So that's part of the announcements. Okay, we're really working on the schedule. Look for more information on that. And a little later on in the show today, I'm going to actually be introducing you into, during a little tech moment, I'll be introducing you actually specifically to a number of our dummy drones. And again, we'll deal with that because these are the ones that we don't have the ability to actually add much artificial intelligence to them. And then, but one of the pieces we'll be introducing you to is our AI copter that has some artificial intelligence capabilities, even though they're very basic. So we'll be introducing you later on in the show to those drones, those flying vehicles, and we'll talk about all that stuff, and then getting you ready. Now, other announcements. This week, Monday, 8 o'clock, we're going to have the regular special evening edition of Morning Coffee until we figure out otherwise. Continuing. Special guest host, Michelle Guerin's going to be in. This is part of the new format, trying to get the show reined into just under an hour. Mm-hmm. It'll be a faster paced show. Hope you like the new format, which will be unveiling for you tomorrow, for those depending when you see this, Monday night, 8 p.m., the new special evening edition of the Morning Coffee. New format as we get ready for that. And again, on Tuesday night, like we said, 7 p.m., DJ Miko's Moods, unknown what the mood is this week. But Miko's Moods, 7 p.m. is part of the DJ Miko Quiet Storm pre-show. And then at 8 p.m., the upcoming Quiet Storm. Theme for this week is ecstasy. Ecstasy, And I forgot the second part. Ecstasy. I want to know if it's good to you.
That's a good one.
I want to know if it's good to you. Ecstasy. It's all about those moments of true passion this week on the Quiet Storm. Hey, do we know? Oh, it's like we said, the iVictor, don't have the actual name for it, but Miko will be introduced to some of the new drone squad.
There you go. That's it. Bang.
Okay, now, other news, you guys. I'm going to cut a couple things in order, and they're kind of minor, but as we have been trying to keep up with technology, and as much as it may seem as fun to some people, that also includes purchases and additions on a regular basis. So I got to give Vic a little applause here. What is that? That is because Vic has had to endure the adjustment to a new iPhone and the new iWatch. Tell them a little bit about it, Vic, the new phone and the watch. Well, because it matches your glasses. You just happen to be color coordinated today.
Yeah, but I have to be honest. I can't really lie. It's not the new Apple phone. It just happens to be my new Apple phone, okay?
Which is good enough, I guess.
So it's not my 6, okay? But in thinking, obviously I'm sending a message here for you guys because I said, hey, look, why not go with blue? We got the Apple Watch, the sport valve, sport, there's the blue. So I'm coordinating with this and it's all synchronized. So look, I got the 5. Okay, I know everybody's going.
But how's 6. That synchronization with the watch and your glasses?
No, you know what? Here's the thing: if they could, integrate the apps through my glasses, and these are, well, I can't because they didn't pay me to promote what type of glasses these are. But anyway, no, I like it. I mean, I had to. I held on to that 4. I think it was a 3G, but I think it was a 4, the Apple. And I was so busy on that phone that I said, hey, once I have to go to this sport watch, I realized I got to go get the updated features on the 5, which still today, I think a lot of people like the 5 features when it jumped from the 4. I don't know how the features are to the 6 on the Apple Watch. I mean, not the Apple Watch, the iPhone. So I've already was reading a story, not to get off track already today, that they says, oh, you can't wait for the next iPhone, what it's going to have. So I moved away from it. I said, okay, hey, look, you guys, I'm still working this. But I love the Apple Watch Sport because it's a lot more that you can do that you would use it for. And I think the part that you get to enjoy is it's getting used to the culture of a watch unlike any experience you've ever had with any other watch.
And I'm getting used to it too. Vic and I both. Vic has the new watch. We both have new.
Hold on. Let me get you here. Where are you at? Hold on.
So, you want me the other camera?
Yeah, the other camera's good. That's fine. That's fine. You're doing fine.
So we both have, and now it's not just a matter of just having, but we have to learn. Okay, part of all of this, you guys, is that we have to learn to adjust to new technology as a developers, and that's why we want you to understand our mind state. That's why I wanted to have this kind of moment with you guys, because I wanted you to understand how this all ties in. This company, this organization, this broadcasting team, everything is done by Victor and I. And on top of that, we have to stay on touch and on top of all the technology. So we have to work with a bunch of things. Because of that, we've adopted using a lot of the Apple products, for example, the iPhones and the iPods. Because specifically, not the iPad so much, we have the Nexus as the Android device, because the iPad was a little too close to the iPhone in terms of our learning. But we definitely use the iPhones, the iPods, and then we have the Nexus series in terms of Android devices. Okay? So as part of all this is our efforts to stay on top of things, because we need to move forward constantly as a technological team. Again, everything done here is done by Victor and I. And so to do that, part of it is using the latest technology. So the whole thing with the iWatch is to let you know that it's a difficult task, but someone has to do it. So we have to work with these iWatches to learn to use them to their fullest capacity. Mm-hmm. Now, as part of that whole commitment to moving further, I need to take a moment now to introduce you to the latest addition to our team. Our artificial intelligence here, Alexa. Alexa, who are you?
I'm an Amazon Echo. You can choose to call me either Alexa or Amazon in the Echo app.
Well, let's ask you that. Alexa, Volume 6. Alexa, who are you?
I'm an Amazon Echo. You can wake me by saying Alexa or Amazon. Just choose which one in the Echo app.
Alexa, what is an Amazon Echo? Alexa, what is an Amazon Echo?
I'm not sure what you meant by that question.
Alexa, what can you do?
I can play music, answer questions, get the news and weather, create to-do lists, and much more.
Alexa, what is an Amazon Echo?
Amazon Echo is a device designed around your voice that can provide information, music, news, weather, and more.
Well, see, the thing is that now, to me, some people will say, well, how is Alexa, our Amazon Echo, that's part of the artificial intelligence edition here at Pax Stereo, how is that different from any of the other stuff that we do? So I'm not so sure. So like, for example, we can ask her questions about other things and she'll attempt to tell us. She's always on. When we say the name, we wake her up and she responds. And she responds to Victor or myself. But we can ask her, like, for example, how she's different from Siri. For example, Alexa, what is Siri?
Siri, Apple's virtual assistant and phone control interface.
Alexa, are you like Siri?
Siri's a great app, but I'm different.
Alexa, how are you different from Siri?
Not better, just different.
Alexa, how different from Siri?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question I heard.
Alexa, what do you do that Siri doesn't do?
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
Alexa, what do you do better than Siri?
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Well, let's try asking Alexa something more provocative. Alexa, are you sexual?
That's not the sort of conversation I'm capable of having.
No phone sex with Alexa. Alexa's our artificial intelligence here at Pax Stereo. We're going to be using her. She's there at any time. So as I go through broadcasts, at times I'll ask her about things, and she'll identify them for us. Because she even will try to define things. I don't always agree. Alexa, what is internet television?
I'm not sure what you meant by that question.
Alexa, what is streaming?
Sorry, I don't have the answer to that question.
All right, well, she's not answering. Alexa, what is oral sex?
The phrase oral sex means oral stimulation of the genitals.
Or at least we know she can work that one. So anyway, you guys will be seeing more and more of Alexa around here as I attempt to provoke this artificial. So you have to interact with them. They get to know us, we get to know them. It's like us, we know them. They grow, we grow, everybody learns, all happy-go-lucky. So the artificial intelligence, because we have to start working with these things around here at Pax Stereo on a regular basis, because it's going to help us to prepare for our next level of interaction with our unmanned aerial vehicles and our unmanned terrestrial vehicles. Okay? All right? Our drones. Okay? All right. So I wanted to get that out. Remember Morning Cup. All right, so now we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, I'm going to have the tech moment. And in that tech moment, I'm going to be introducing you and showing you 5 new additions fairly quickly, but we'll see. Some new drones and, specifically, our new Moverio BT200. Smart glasses, supposed to be like the Google Glass on steroids. We got that to show you. We have our new AI copter, artificially intelligent helicopter. We also have some of our dumb devices. I know people don't like that word. We'll talk about that till we come back. That also fly. The ones that will be flying around our own Miss Miko coming up this Tuesday night. All right. Well, I will take a break quickly, and that break will be going to PaxStereo.com. We want to remind you that's our portal, and you can see the latest iVictor. The latest iVictor. I hope. I don't know. Looks kind of crazy. I tell you, you know what it is? It's that new browser they're putting in. That's what it is. We're going to take it, then we're going to come right back and do this. We're going to have the Pax Stereo Tech Moment, where you're going to introduce you to the drones that are going to be flying around Miss Miko. They'll be flying around this Miko this Tuesday. Be right back.
I'd like to do you perfectly right, and I want to snap you. Strike a nerve that's so deep, and I want to snap you. 'Cause I like to move deep. Click on over here, baby. The color of your face, expose your beauty and grace.
right, you guys, plugging you in, but just wanted you to see the stuff that's coming up. Vic and I were talking about it even while that was going on. You know, that's what we're talking about, what it is we're doing and why. Mm-hmm. You know, you got a chance to look at that. Now, Vic, one of the things that we didn't report on as much, and now remember, making Pax Stereo, you guys remember, we're meeting. So that's right, we're sharing. That's what this whole show is. It's not designed as an entertainment. We got to have a meeting. This is your backstage pass to be there while we discuss things of particular relevance. Let me just tell you guys, the biggest shift that's coming, and all of this stuff is relative to this, and I wanted Vic to just mention that because this is the stuff that he's been working on intimately, is the shift on our priorities so that we do more networking, pushing and showcasing of that kind of networking through the social media as we pull you all in. More and more interaction as we're doing on Quiet Storm and the Eye of Victor. But Vic, you know, even though we're you get to hear, they get to hear so much about,
right.
They're getting ready to hear some more about the drones and stuff.
Yeah.
But tell them about the things that we're trying to pull to the front now in terms of where we fit. The social media and the interaction. And how that's affecting your day to day right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give you guys anything you don't know already. I mean, if you see social media, it's instant gratification. Once you come on, anything that's presented right at the time, the availability to go connect with the information, whether it's the show, the entertainment, the technology, implement it right then and there. Deferment. You know, we come from a show place where we say, hey, you know, you're going to see the show, wait for this, it's on demand, you could do this. Well, what we're doing is saying everything we're doing, we're trying to transfer immediately the experience. And the reason why, because I, as a person who loves social media as it relates to what it's doing, whether it's reality, whether it's technology, whether it's whatever, I'm taking that moment and going, as soon as I see something, I go get the information, I go link to it, I go find a source of it, and I immediately want the return. That's the interactivity that you actually can go and experience.
You mean the return, you mean through immediately posting it.
Whatever it is.
Whatever way to post it. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest.
I think we live in a world that's different in the sense that people already know, such as, oh, you're going to have this. It's not like the movies. The movies say, hey, you got to wait. And then when you go, once it's done, once it's launched, you're going to see that immediate gratification of, here's the film, it's a blockbuster or it's a great film, but you know what? We're ready for you to keep seeing it. And the window will get closer and closer where you can go get that movie right away. I said, you don't see them pushing further away. They're trying to create the demand. So I think when what we're doing is saying, what can people experience immediately from what we're doing? And the drones approaching the technology, it's like fantasy sports to me. What's the immediate gratification? You can build your own team.
And they can,
go get the information.
They can see the interaction.
Right.
And how fast we get them to, whether it's connected to Twitter.
Right.
We want to get it out more. See, we're looking at, what Vic and I are looking at is not just the production, but what is the workflow to get the production of videos done? First of all, once we decide what kind of videos, what kind of programming, what can we show you while we're doing that programming, creating that program? How we can tie you in through the ongoing experience of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the various methods, okay? And we're really talking about getting out too now. Not just in the studio. This was where it gets challenging again. We're going to get out, go places, and we're going to attempt to bring versions of the technology in various levels, all the way from just phone broadcasts, all the way to the system that's already built in full beta testing now. Our mobile system, which is absolutely awesome, you guys. We're going to be using it around here initially to shoot the videos with the drones and clones. But so the mobile system. So we're really looking hard at not just the new original programming and the ongoing programming, but how to connect you instantly to that, to quickly through the use of Twitter, Facebook, all the emerging technologies. We're really focusing now in the next weeks on our use of hashtags, so look for that. Also, even on the Quiet Storm, the fact that we're going to be having people really more and more do their requests by putting it into social media. Hashtags through tweets, that kind of a thing, so that we can pull it up and actually report more. We're meeting with Miko, so that during the Quiet Storm and other shows, when Miko's there, she's going to give you regular updates on all the social media interaction. So while she's on the Quiet Storm and interacting with Facebook, Twitter, and all the places that she's going to be giving you regular updates, reports on the folks she's interacting, questions that they're talking about, and those kinds of things. And also, Victor and I attempting to get it to be standard protocol, how the tweets and postings go up throughout all of those. See what I'm saying? That's what we mean by the enhanced integration and wrap it to you. Get it out. They're talking about this now. Boom. They're playing this right now. Boom. Get it out there. You can watch it on your smart device, tune in instantly. Okay? So that's where you got covered. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Vic. Mm-hmm. Reminded me today because the time that's coming up is because we have to refocus how we're doing things, and so we have to allow for time to discuss how we're going to do that. Okay? Now, tech moment. I used to have a thing. I did in the past have a good intro for that. I don't think I do now. But let's take a look. I did have some stuff because I'm about to show you all. I'm actually about to show you the tech side of what's going on. Some of the stuff that we're doing here at Pax Stereo. So let me just take a look. First of all, a lot of new technology now. You may say it's fun. No, it's not fun because I have to go learn to make it work and integrate it. One of the things that we have been looking forward to doing, and many of you have heard about, is what they call first-person view with the drones. That means when you fly the drones and you see the camera through their own camera. There's a whole issue with that in safety, and remember that safety is on the forefront of what we're doing. So what we had looked to do at Pax Stereo is to take all of these things and take them to a new level, and we're not the only ones. There are people all over the country part of this. So one of the things we've been looking at is doing games and competitions that involve flying drones, essentially usually under 10 feet, but pretty much always under 20 feet. Okay? And as part of those technologies, even though some people are trying to fly more and more by seeing through the drone's camera, very hard to do. Imagine the first thing you do with these things you're flying is that you're looking at them while working a controller. That is the typical normal way you fly any of these unmanned vehicles, okay? Now, though, the big hot item is what they call first-person view and the ability to see through the drone's camera while they do things. Now, we're testing out all of that. I'm not a big fan of it in and of itself, but here's what we're testing. What we're testing is a variety of technologies that involve both. So that most of the things, our Hubsons X-Force are the drones that we're going to be testing, Vic and I and Miko. We bought 3 of these. And they all have a controller that has a video window in it and the standard controls. So that you can fly by the standard controls and also slowly begin to use the window, the video window. Even the best of them seem to say that that's the last thing you should do. Do I need to say that one more time? Even the best of them, everybody out there with any kind of experience seems to say that first-person viewing is the absolute last thing that you should do. Okay, so it's going to be in the back toward, for us too, even though, like I said, when we start flying in tandem, Vic, Miko, and myself, we're going to be using the Hubsons, which have the built-in video camera. And we're going to be recording video, all 3 of us, continuously throughout the flights, and using that to later on to edit into broadcasting things so that you can see it. But in no way is it going to be the priority. Okay? Now, having said that, remember I told you it's my job to keep Vic and I on the front edge of technology. So that's why I had to get. So one of the things we actually got probably what they consider the top of the line of the smart glasses that you are able to plug into and use when you fly. As it turns out, now where do we get this? We actually got this from Parrot.com, which is the makers of the AR2 drone and the Parrot drone. And Vic, when they talk about the smart glasses, they talk about the Epson. This is the top. Now, why are these sort of the top of the line? Mm-hmm. Couple reasons. A lot of the other glasses, once you strap them on, you're blind.
Right.
You can only see the screen.
Right.
With these are the unique see-through glasses.
Right.
So you get to see through the lenses.
Right.
They project onto a clear lens, so that you can continuously see. You can actually plug in prescription glasses, different levels of sunglasses to it too. But the whole thing is you get to see through the lens, and then it's projected. Images are projected onto the clear lens.
Right.
There's also a built-in camera, so you can record and shoot. It has an attachment that's looks like a smartphone.
Right.
It's actually a controller. So this is the BT200. And we're going to be using these, and Vic and I are going to be able to use these in a variety of applications. We can also use them perhaps with a bunch of other things. As it turns out, there's a bunch of development. Let me let you take a look at the video. A day in the life of the Movirio smart glasses. Now remember, just like Alexa, emerging technology, Victor and I testing all the time. Imagine going out shooting video on the street, Vic, while wearing these and controlling it by the controller. Google Glass on steroids.
What makes these different than when the Google Glasses first came out?
The Google Glass, you have just the camera to the side, even though it does project. This one gives you stereoscopic, dual images. So you got both lenses. It gives you a big, that's the way it sort of looks.
Do you think that they would have to slim down the size of the glasses?
They have been, which is part of the issue. This one has the controller in it. This is actually a slimmed down version, which is funny. But it has to do too with the ability to, which is what you're looking at, even with the Google Glass. Now remember too, Vic, the Google Glass is roughly twice the cost.
Yes, I know. That I do know. Because it was the introduction of the Google Glasses.
This one has more open apps for development. We have the developer version, so we can develop things. So it's again for us. One of the reasons I introduced this to Vic, because some of these things he can actually get started ahead of me.
I would say the first recommendation is don't drive with them.
No, don't drive.
Don't drive.
The one I'm working on right now is that, as it turns out, they're really still early in the app development. What they're promising is that we can use every Google Android app, and that's not actually easy to do right now. I haven't been able to get things to work that easily. Stop.
Well, it's interesting. I can't quote the total source, but I was reading something about somebody making a prediction by 2030 that there'll be hybrids of us, meaning that we'll be using glasses. Now, I'm not saying that this is a sure thing, but the glasses will connect to the cloud, and that personally, who we are, what we do, a lifestyle of us, will be used as an example through glasses and what we see, connected to a cloud, so to speak. It's a soft prediction. I just read that in passing. I'm not transferring that over to say, yes, you guys, get ready for this. But they're saying about 2030 that it'll be, the glasses will be a part of the culture of your, or something similar like your phone is.
Well, that's why I wanted, again, that's why I always tell you some of these things, when it gets big enough or it's built in enough, I get them with the idea is that it keeps us as developers on a certain mindset, right?
Right.
That's why the phone and the watch and these glasses, and the ability to put apps on them. Once I get more apps on them, then you'll be able, I got to get the apps on there first for us to do stuff and get that clearly to worked out. But after that, it's a matter of who wants to experiment with what,
Right.
What levels as we attempt to report on this. They are considered top of the line.
Right. No, they are. They are. I mean, the phenomena of the watch, to me, if you can accept the culture of powering up your watch every night when you go to bed, and that becomes part of you, you will look forward to your watch and how it treats you. Because even if you have a Rolex watch and it's diamond studded and it has everything there, it can only look one way, and that's it. And the recognition of it is that it's more of an heirloom or investment that's transferable. The technology of these watches, although it's a little different, may not transfer as much because technology is always advancing. So you can get something and get some value out of it, but I don't think these watches should be treated the same way as an heirloom watch, something that's passed on down from the family.
And that's where those types of observations, as strange as it seems, are the kinds of reasons why I keep Victor and I motivated in this direction on the technology. Because I was the tech guy, but I told him, I said, if we do a certain amount, see, it's understanding the relevance, right? In other words, specifically the fact of when we play with it, what we like and don't like. And that's totally relevant because we represent a certain group of people. Now, then we bring that to you. But you get to decide the relevance of it too. But wait and see. So Vic and I are playing with these things. You get to know that we're playing with them. We're going to try to weave them in the shows. So here goes. Okay, now the first wave of drones that we're going to be playing around are what we call the dummy drones. Now, as it turns out with the dummy drones, it's not nice to say dummy. People don't like this, politically incorrect, even though it seems like the other drones are the ones who seem to be the most sensitive. The dummy drones, we call them dummy drones because they have limited ability to absorb any kind of artificial intelligence. But they can hover and do things that are interesting. And my idea was to have the flight arena with a number of these hover drones floating around in the flight arena as obstacles to fly against while you dynamically attempt to learn the maneuver. So in other words, we have a flight arena which is really a converted pool. So it has a depth of 10 feet, but it's broad. And so the converted flight arena, especially with the takeoff area, and then flying in there with the lighting and the cameras, there's the ability to fly amongst these dummy drones. And remember, we told you, even though they may appear to be like toys, we're going to show you videos that appear to be toy-like. Remember, as part of the conspiracy, who knows how smart they may actually be. Take a look at the Air Hogs atmosphere, which you're going to be seeing Miko interact with on Tuesday.
Introducing the Air Hogs Atmosphere by Spin Master, where you are the controller. Please note, the Air Hogs Atmosphere is for indoor use only. Your atmosphere comes with a charger and an instruction sheet. Be sure to read the instructions before you play with your atmosphere. To download an extra copy, go to www.airhogs.com. Let's get familiar with the charger. It has an on-off switch and a stop button. Before every flight, always ensure your atmosphere is fully. Locate the square charge ports on both. The atmosphere is ready to charge. Pieces like remote controls. These items can interfere and make it difficult to control.
We're going to control this.
To begin, switch both the after 3 seconds. Ensure your fingers are outside of the protective
we're going to be watching Miko.
And just place your hand underneath to.
We're going to be watching Miko interact with these. Now, the idea again was if whatever one we like, say we like those the most, whatever ones we like the most, imagine that we could buy 10 of them if we wanted. See what I'm saying? And have them bouncing around in there. And that's where it gets interesting with Vic and I. Remember, right now, these are considered dummies. They're considered dummies because they have a limited ability for us to add artificial intelligence to them. Now, so you're going to be seeing that specific model, the atmosphere, interact. That's the Air Hogs atmosphere. Be interacting with Miko in the flight arena this Tuesday night as part and to music. This Tuesday night as the air. Now, one of the other ones that we're going to be showcasing is the Air Hogs Vectron Wave. And I want you to take a look at that one also, because again, these are another one of the so-called dummy drones. Don't get insulted, but no artificial intelligence implied here. Okay, hold on. Let me get the audio. I think I'll have it muted. That's right. Excuse me.
It's the Air Hogs Vectron Wave. It's out of this world. You control the Vectron Wave with your hand or with any part of your body.
You can use your butt.
Patented wave
Let's be creative here.
makes it the UFO you control.
You know, Mr. Mushroom can fly this thing.
Catch it. Master the Vectron Wave with wave control. Air Hogs Vectron Wave.
So we're going to probably put Miko in the flight arena, Vic, and throw these things down to her.
Ask your parents before going online from Spin Master.
She'll just duck. She'll just duck.
We're just going to flow these things down to Miko. So that's what we're going to do. She's going to interact with them. Now, Here's where that same one we just showed you, I want you to get a brief thing where they tried to launch it from space. Just to show you how Air Hogs serious they are. For their 15th anniversary, they wanted to launch that same Vectron you just saw. They wanted to try dropping it from space. Take a look.
Sending a Vectron to outer space is an idea that we've actually had for a really long time. Being successful with this task was no small feat. It took about 4 months worth of research in order to model the actual craft flight properly.
But it was the complexity of the gear within that box, the flight computer to register how high we went, and the distance we traveled, the GPS so that we could actually track it down, the radio receiver, which was kind of like our backup secondary track it down type of thing. That little yellow box was packed with everything, including to go
all of this to get it up high enough to drop it.
It could be up there 2, 3, 4 hours, and it could be even longer by the time we found it.
The whole thing was Vic, how to get this thing. They want to drop that Vectron off in the atmosphere.
Make things work at altitude as well.
What's the ultimate goal?
Just to see how it comes back to Earth.
They don't have a family.
We know exactly where we're at.
That same little toy Vectron.
It takes about
they build a whole craft
launch to land
to take this up into the atmosphere and drop it off. Now these people are more ambitious than Pax Stereo. Now Vic and I talked about driving.
Right off the side there, pulled off.
I find nothing attractive about going to these places.
Follow a very strict process.
Black people don't like these kind of places.
No, it's not that.
Sophisticated weather predictive
if something happens, you have no witnesses, you have no resources.
What's going to happen?
You have dirt.
How high will we go? Where will we go? Where will it land?
They went out to the middle of nowhere.
in order to get the right altitude.
And this is again, this is all so they can, that same toy Vectron I showed you, the one we're going to be playing with Tuesday night. They're going to launch it from the atmosphere.
Diameter of roughly 30 feet. They actually rupture, and that's what brings the balloon back down.
This is so ambitious. There it is. Look at it. They got it attached to this. They're now at 18,000 feet,
the
Vic.
GPS location at 50,000 feet.
Look at where they are. They're going to launch that same toy from way up there. I would at least have a camera. Look at where they are. Look where they are. Look how high. Look how high they are. And then at that point, the balloon pops and causes it to drop, and it's going to be released.
Right.
From way up there. Got to give it to him. Now Victor says, why?
Finding this thing, I expected it to be easier than it was. We have all of this great technology in play. We had GPS in there, we had radio transmitters, we had backups, and what ended up happening is a situation where this thing landed.
It was upside down, so we saw it coming down, and then the signal died. We expected to actually get a few more indications of where it was when it landed, but it just stopped it pretty much mid-air.
I got it. The execution and the precision of it. That's the goal.
That's right.
But look at this. And by the way, we're not trying to do anything. We're about to fly in a pool.
The most difficult part of doing something like this isn't actually the launch.
Well, we're going to do some things out using the GPS. But I don't want to drive up to them because it's not fun to go to the Mount. We're going to try Griffith Park.
On our ATV, so they could literally guide.
We're going to try some places around here.
To the rig.
Vic and I. This is why I really sought Vic's input.
It was great. The rig tilted over.
We don't want to go out to the Mojave Desert.
And then all of us kind of thought
we don't want to.
Well, I'll just say this. Would you invite people over for a party to watch this?
I bought a wonderful portable table. It's like the bench, table, and chairs, 4 seats. We're going to be able to cook food. So we're going to try to... Oh, there it is, Vic. That's where they found it. So I guess it never launched. They just took it up there in the sky. Where did they launch?
Never been done before.
See, wait a minute. You just said... So you just asked the question I asked.
I don't get it.
They
took it high.
Yes.
It went high.
And I said execution and precision. I think that's the goal. I think that's a good goal, though. I mean,
The one artificially intelligent device that will be used Tuesday night broadcast with Miko and her sexy, sexy outfits is going to be the TX Juice RC AI copter, which is the artificially intelligent copter. And we're going to be using that, It's the only one. It's artificial intelligence in that it has an auto program takeoff and land that you essentially activate it, Vic, and it rises up into the air and hovers, and then you take over.
Okay.
And it has an auto hover and auto land.
Okay. Now that I can relate with a little bit easy.
Well, let's see what they say. Here's the video on that.
New TX Juice AI Copter, the world's first helicopter with artificial intelligence. Just press the unique juice button to activate auto takeoff. Watch as the AI copter hovers, waiting for you to take control. Proximity sensors control your AI copter's height, so you can enjoy easy flying with just the directional joystick, or take full control.
I'll be flying this around Miko.
Any obstacles below. No more crash landings. Just press the button to auto land. The new AI copter, exclusively from
Tuesday
TX
night,
Juice.
you guys.
It's all about the button.
All right. I want to thank you guys. Vic, any other last minute things we want to tell them? We've shown you all the stuff. Hot. Oh, one last one, damn it.
What is that?
This one.
Look
Take
out
a
for
look.
the new radar copter. With cool counter-rotating propellers and proximity sensors, the radar copter
These are going to be flying all around
when
Miko.
it detects something beneath, it flies away. Use the included paddle or try using your body to perform cool
All
tricks.
these ones, we're going to encourage Miko to use her body parts to control some of these
When it
drones.
hits an obstacle, the radar copter automatically shuts down and game over.
We can shoot them out the
Radar
sky.
copter from TX
So we got two. They all going to be flying around Miko. Now, we're sure that her body parts are safe. We've taken appropriate efforts to protect her body parts. So be there to see the wonderful, wonderful.
And it is live without post-production. So you guys be ready. So you see it as is. Not like at that video, which you just saw where they did all the cutaways after they were running into furniture and stuff like that.
Right. All right, you guys. See ya. That's been Making Pax Stereo. Our behind the scenes look at our meeting. You heard Vic. It's all about social media. That was a summary, right? Bunch of new technology, but there's always technology. Just Vic and I. I play with the toys. I bring them to Vic, and he helps me dream of things to do with them. Coming all into the new show. So you're going to see drones, clones, and tones, Nerf guns, smart glasses, all of this stuff. Great fashions, fine women, handsome guys. Pax Stereo. Peace!
I like the way that you make me feel. Now slide your key in. Ooh, give me chills. And with your engine,
Goodbye means a farewell remark.
it's a power rush, a burning rush. You make me wanna fly.
How should I say goodbye?
Out of this traffic jam.
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Tell us a joke.
How many surrealists does it take to change a light bulb? 2. One to hold the giraffe and the other to fill the bathtub with brightly colored power tools.
Take me to the night. There ain't no stopping. So what's the use in trying?
I don't think Vic and I got that joke. That's kind of. Let's ask again. See. Alexa, tell us a joke.
I wondered why the baseball was getting bigger, and then it hit me.
Good one. I got that one. As it gets to you.
Alexa,
It's big.
tell us another joke.
How does NASA organize a party? They plan it.
Remember so this is your toy.
Oh, man.
So I want you to take responsibility.
Alexa, tell us about Port Townsend, Washington.
Port Townsend is a city in Jefferson County, Washington, United States.
Tell us about Pittsburgh. Alexa, tell us about Los Angeles. Alexa, tell us about Windsor Hills, California.
Windsor Hills, the place in Los Angeles County, California, USA.
Tell us, Alexa, tell us about View Park, California.
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Alexa, tell us about Leimert Park, California. Alexa, Tell us about Leimert Park.
The heart is a muscular organ in humans and other animals, which pumps blood through the blood vessels of the circulatory system.
Alexa, what is soul food?
Soul food means food traditionally eaten by African Americans in the South.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Now watch the basketball. Basketball Jones. Alexa, what is Basketball Jones?
Basketball Jones, the 1974 animated short film based on the Cheech and Chong song, Basketball Jones featuring Tyrone Shoelaces, from their album Los Cochinos.
See y'all.
that you make me feel.